Good evening. This is Coach Big Pete of DeepDishFootball.com and the Women Report, Publisher 6. How you doing? It is time now because Deep Dish Football playoff game of the week, Class 1A, Round 2, Fulton versus Forreston. Good game. Go over Fulton's season so far. The Fulton Steamers and Coach Lower had a pretty good season this season. Uh, at it's gonna kill me. At 6-3. This 2017 season. Three key losses again. Taylor Rockridge lost by a point. Orion, a very good school, and another loss to Sterling Newman Central. I think one of their big wins, and I think one of their key wins was against Purdue St. Bede. I think that was a sort of set the pace for the season. But they had some tough games against, especially Sterling Newman Central, who's is unbelievable. The first seed in 2A, and you have Orion, who's just a hell of a team too. They have been switching on and off a little bit these past couple of years from 2A to 1A to 2A to 1A. Coach Lower took them to their playoffs last year. I believe it was their first time. No, it's 2016, 2017. He took them to the playoffs twice, in 2016 and 2014, and his first season he took them to the playoffs in 2007. Coach Patrick Lower. Now, they actually have a really good team. You're gonna laugh about this. Run a little bit of the red gun offense, a little bit of the read option, and that. Really impressed with their linebacker Brody, their quarterback. He's got a nice touch on the ball, really nice touch. In fact, one of the better small school quarterbacks that I've seen with a great touch on the ball. That ball, when he throws that ball, he zeroes in on it. Now, a couple questions are, how is he going to go under that pressure of Forreston, because Forreston's got a great pass rush. It's going to be very interesting to see. But really impressed with the kid Brody. Really impressed with their offensive and defensive line. The size of that Fulton offensive and defensive line could rival a 6-7A school, 8A school, with the size that they have on lining up on for that Fulton Steamers offense and defense. I do think that Fulton's offense is going to give Forreston's defense some problems. I do think those Fulton defensive backs are going to play a key role in Saturday's game against Forreston, which was going to be very interesting. But again, Fulton now goes from 2A, was last year, down to 1A. Could be a good thing for Fulton, and could be a good thing especially for that offense of Fulton too. Especially going down to 1A, you don't see that many passing things of a spread, run and shoot type of an offense, a red gun type of offense that they sort of do. You don't see that much. You'll see they'll have a couple few wide receivers out whenever they're down by 12, they're down by 14 or 21 points and throw it up to the sky for a Hail Mary. But actually, out of all the teams, the small school teams that I've seen, Fulton actually does a great job with their whole schematic things. And my hats off to Coach. I keep forgetting his name. Lower, yeah, Coach Lower. He does a great job with those the Fulton Steamers in that. But like I said, and these are just three key things. Their linebacker, I think plays wide receiver too, or tight end / little tight end. They also have a good tight end too, but Brody does a great job. He's a player to keep out for from the Fulton Steamers. Their quarterback, I'm really impressed with the quarterback and his touch on the ball that he throws with the ball. And how would I say this? He's smart with the ball. He's smart with his throws. There's not a lot of high school quarterbacks that are smart with the throws. He's very smart with the throws, and that's what I see in some of his highlights. And that which makes this Fulton Steamer team very interesting to spot and to look at. But it's going to be very interesting. I will say, Fulton can't give up a certain amount of yardage per rush. Their defense can't give them out up a certain yardage per rush against Forreston, because Forreston will steamroll them with the run, because that's just what's going to happen. So it'll be very interesting to see. It'll be a key thing to see. But again, Fulton, great season, 6-3, and they went against some very, very good teams. Newman Central Catholic, that's a tough team. Orion, tough team. Rockridge, that's another tough team. So it's going to be interesting to see this Saturday afternoon, Class 1A Round 2 Deep Dish Football playoff game of the week. Fulton versus Forreston. I think it's 1 o'clock if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be a fun time. Keep it here for magic numbers and all the pregame analysis here at deepdishfootball.com for Fulton versus Forreston.